There is a plan unfolding beyond what the eyes can see. A path has already been prepared, a way already made, a door already set to open. It does not matter where you stand now, what challenges you face, or how uncertain things may appear. There is something greater waiting, not by accident, not by chance, but by divine design. The mind often seeks to understand, to predict, to control. It wants to see every step laid out before it dares to believe. But faith does not work that way. Faith is not about seeing and then trusting. It is about trusting before seeing. The one who walks in faith knows that the unseen is more real than the seen, that what is promised is already prepared, that what is destined is already on its way. The mind may ask, when will it happen? How will it come? But the heart that trusts does not ask these questions. It simply knows. There exists a reality far beyond what the senses can perceive, a plan already unfolding, though hidden from the eyes. The world teaches that life must be understood, that the path must be visible before it can be trusted, that certainty lies in what is seen and known. But this is the great illusion. The unseen is more real than the seen, and the one who understands this does not wait for proof before believing. He believes, and then the proof follows. There is something prepared beyond what the mind can conceive. It is not a mere hope, not a possibility, but a certainty waiting to be realized. What has been set in motion cannot be undone. What has been promised cannot be withheld. But to receive it, one must step beyond the limitations of sight, beyond the conditioning of logic, beyond the need to know how and when. The only requirement is trust, absolute, unwavering trust in the unseen. The mistake is to look at circumstances and assume they tell the whole story. They do not. What appears to be an obstacle is only a repositioning, a redirection, a necessary adjustment leading to something greater. The mind may resist, questioning, doubting, fearing that things are not working. But the wise do not engage in such uncertainty. They know that what has been set in motion cannot fail. The only failure is to abandon belief before the promise has revealed itself. To wait for proof before believing is to reverse the law. It is to say, show me, and then I'll trust. But this is not how the unseen becomes seen. The one who understands walks in faith first, knowing that what is held in the imagination, what is assumed to be true, must take form. The path is not created by effort, it is revealed through certainty. And the one who is certain does not hesitate, does not waver, does not question. He moves as though it is already done, and because he does, it must be so. There is no accident in what is unfolding. No detail is out of place. No delay is without purpose. Even what seems to be a setback is only a preparation for something greater. The world may say otherwise, may insist that reality is fixed, that circumstances are final, that what is seen now determines what will come. But the wise do not accept such limitations. They know that what is held within shapes what is seen without. The greatest blessings often come disguised. What appears to be a closed door is in truth a redirection to something greater. What seems like loss is merely the clearing away of what no longer serves, making space for something far beyond what was imagined. But the one who doubts, who hesitates, who demands to see the outcome before trusting, finds himself trapped in waiting, not because the promise is uncertain, but because he has not yet fully accepted that it is already his. There is no effort in receiving. The one who truly understands does not chase, does not strive, does not seek reassurance from the world. He assumes, he trusts, he knows. And because he does, the unseen moves into form, the impossible becomes inevitable, and the world rearranges itself to bring forth what was always his. The world does not dictate what is possible, belief does. What is expected, what is assumed, what is embraced as already true, must become reality. This is not wishful thinking, it is law. The only thing that stands in the way is doubt, the questioning mind that seeks reassurance from appearances instead of trusting in the unseen. But the one who remains firm, who refuses to entertain fear, who holds to the knowing that all things are unfolding perfectly, will stand in awe as the unexpected takes shape before him. What is being prepared is beyond comprehension. It is not something small, not something ordinary, not something that could have been achieved through effort alone. It is something divine, something greater than what has been asked for, something that will surpass all expectations. And it is already on its way. The only question is whether one will trust in its arrival or allow doubt to delay what is already his. There is no need to understand how it will come, nor is there any need to ask when. The moment one believes fully, the process begins. The unseen begins to shift. The path begins to clear, and what was once only imagined moves toward reality. It cannot be otherwise. To hold faith in the unseen is to step into alignment with what has already been set in motion. The one who does this does not wait anxiously, does not question, does not waver. He walks as though the promise is already fulfilled, and because he does, it must be so. The moment one stops seeking evidence and instead lives in the assumption that it is already done, the waiting ends and the fulfillment begins. There is no limit to what has been prepared. No barrier, no force, no delay can stand against what is already destined. The only thing required is trust, not a passive hope, not a distant wish, but an unshakable knowing that what is unseen is already yours. And the moment that knowing becomes absolute, the surprise that has been waiting all along will reveal itself in ways beyond imagination. There is no need to wonder when or how, no need to seek signs or confirmation. The moment something is assumed as true, it is set in motion. But the world teaches otherwise. It whispers that proof must come first, that circumstances must align before belief is justified. This is the great illusion. Reality does not shape belief. Belief shapes reality. The unseen moves before the seen follows. The one who understands this does not wait for evidence. He walks in certainty, knowing that what is his is already unfolding. There is no struggle in faith. It is not about forcing, nor is it about pleading. The one who pleads does not yet believe he has received. The one who forces does not yet trust the process. But the one who knows moves in quiet confidence, without hesitation, without doubt. He does not ask if, nor does he ask when. He lives in the fulfillment now, and because he does, the world has no choice but to conform, and because he does, to look at circumstances and doubt is to misunderstand the nature of things. The world is only a reflection of past assumptions, past beliefs, past imaginings. It is not fixed, nor is it final. It is fluid, shifting, molding itself to match what is held within. The wise do not react to what is seen. They create anew from what is unseen. They do not wait for change, they assume change. And in that assumption, the shift begins. What has been promised is already prepared, but the mind often resists. It asks for timelines, for steps, for logical paths. It wants to control what has never meant to be controlled. But there is a higher order at work, something beyond human reasoning, something beyond understanding. It is not for the mind to dictate how or when. It is only for the heart to trust, to accept, to live in the knowing that what is unseen is more real than what is seen. There are no delays, only alignments. What seems to be waiting is only preparation. The right pieces are moving, the right connections are forming, the right path is being revealed. To judge the timing is to doubt the perfection of the process. The one who understands does not grow impatient, nor does he question. He knows that what is his cannot be withheld, that what has been claimed must be delivered. And so he remains in peace, in expectation, in absolute certainty. There is no greater barrier than doubt, no greater delay than hesitation. To waver is to send conflicting signals, to say both yes and no, to allow fear to creep in where faith should stand firm. But the one who decides, who holds fast, who refuses to entertain uncertainty, will see doors open where none existed, will see the impossible unfold effortlessly. For what is truly believed must manifest. It is law. The world mirrors what is held within. If there is confidence, the world reflects certainty. If there is fear, the world reflects obstacles. It is not the external that determines what is possible, but the internal. The moment one stops reacting and starts creating, the shift is immediate. No effort is needed beyond this, no force, no struggle, no need to push against reality. Simply assume, trust, and walk as though it is already done. There is no limit to what is possible. The mind may argue otherwise, conditioned by past experiences, by logic, by appearances. But none of these have any real authority. They are shadows of former beliefs, nothing more. The one who steps beyond them, who dares to believe in something greater, will find himself standing in the midst of a reality reshaped to match his new conviction. The surprise is already set. The path is already made. The only thing that remains is the choice. To trust fully, to release doubt entirely, to live in the certainty that what is unseen is already moving into form. The moment one embraces this truth, the waiting ends, and the unfolding begins. There is no such thing as delay. What seems to be waiting is only preparation, the perfect arrangement of all things, so that when the moment arrives, it is undeniable. But the mind resists this idea. It looks at time and sees lack. It counts the days, the months, the years, and decides that what has not yet come may never come. This is the mistake. Nothing is missing, nothing is denied, everything is already set in motion. But until this is understood, one remains trapped in the illusion of waiting. To wait is to assume that something is not yet yours. To believe in delay is to believe in separation from what is already prepared. But the one who understands does not entertain such thoughts. He does not ask when. He does not ask how. He does not question whether it will happen. He knows it is already unfolding, already his, already secured. And because he knows this, the path reveals itself effortlessly. The world is never working against you. It only appears that way when the mind is clouded by doubt. What seems like rejection is actually redirection. What seems like delay is only divine alignment. The pieces must come together in ways unseen, beyond human understanding, beyond what the mind can grasp. And in the moment when everything is ready, it will unfold in such a way that it will be clear. It was never late. It was always perfect. But how many give up before that moment? How many let doubt steal what was already theirs? How many look at circumstances and decide that because they do not see movement, nothing is happening? This is the greatest deception. The seed does not reveal itself while it is growing beneath the surface. The tree does not appear overnight, but in its season it stands firm, full, undeniable. So it is with what has been prepared. Just because it is not yet visible does not mean it is not happening. The wise do not check for signs. They do not ask for reassurance. They do not beg or plead. They rest in the knowing that what is theirs is already on its way. The movement is not in the world. The movement is in belief. The moment belief is absolute, the unseen begins to take form. It cannot be otherwise. This is law. Every moment of waiting is an opportunity to choose faith over fear, certainty over doubt, expectation over hesitation. The choice is always present. And the one who chooses to remain steadfast, who refuses to let circumstances dictate his belief, will see the world shift in his favor. It does not matter how long it has seemed to take. It does not matter how impossible it appears. The only thing that matters is the assumption that it is already done. And the one who assumes, who lives as though it is already his, will see the evidence appear before him, not by force, not by effort, but because it was always waiting for him to believe. There are no missed opportunities, no wrong turns, no failures, only alignment, only preparation, only the perfect arrangement of events, so that when the moment comes, it is beyond question, and in that moment it will be understood that nothing was ever denied, only perfected before it was revealed. The surprise has never been far away. It has never been uncertain. It has only been waiting for the perfect moment to unfold. And the one who trusts, who remains unshaken, who refuses to entertain doubt, will see it arrive in ways beyond anything he could have imagined. Not late, not delayed, but at the exact moment it was always meant to be. There is a way beyond human understanding, a path already prepared yet unseen. The mind seeks logic, it desires proof, it wants to measure, to predict, to control. But this is not how the unseen becomes seen. The greatest gifts come when least expected, in ways unplanned, beyond what the mind could have orchestrated. The door that opens is never the one imagined, but it is always the right one. Expectation shapes reality. The one who looks ahead with certainty, who knows that what is his must come, will see the world arrange itself accordingly. But the one who hesitates, who questions, who doubts whether the way will be made, delays what is already prepared. The only delay is the uncertainty within. The moment faith is absolute, the door appears, not by effort, not by force, but by divine alignment. To look at life and see randomness is to misunderstand its nature. Nothing is accidental. What appears to be a closed door is not rejection but protection. What seems like loss is only a redirection towards something greater. The mind may resist this, it may argue, it may mourn what it thought should have been. But the one who trusts does not question, does not fight, does not cling to what is passing. He knows that what is his cannot be taken, that what is meant for him must arrive, that nothing is ever truly lost. There is no need to search, no need to struggle, no need to knock on every door hoping one will open. The one who understands does not chase opportunities. He allows them to come. He moves with certainty, knowing that the way is already made. He does not plead for signs, does not ask for reassurance, does not wonder if he is on the right path. He knows that as long as he trusts, he cannot be led astray. The world does not dictate what is possible. Circumstances do not hold power. Everything bends to belief. The one who assumes the best, who expects the greatest, who walks as though it is already his, will see doors open where none existed, not because he forced them open, but because they were always meant for him. The moment one stops worrying about how, when, or where, and simply trusts that the way is unfolding perfectly, the impossible begins to take form. Many look at delays and see failure. They believe the absence of movement means the absence of progress. But nothing could be further from the truth. The greatest things are prepared in silence, in hiddenness, in perfect timing. The tree does not sprout the moment the seed is planted. The masterpiece is not revealed before it is complete. The wise do not rush, do not panic, do not question the process. They know that what is coming is already set in motion, that the only thing required is faith. Doubt is the only barrier. It is not the world that withholds, not fate that decides, not luck that determines what unfolds. It is only belief. The one who wavers, who questions, who fears that perhaps he has been forgotten, pushes away what is already his. But the one who holds fast, who stands firm, who refuses to accept anything less than the certainty of fulfillment, will see the door open in ways beyond anything he could have imagined. The moment one lets go of doubt, the moment one releases the need to know how or when, the moment one simply lives as though it is already done, the path clears. The unseen moves into form. What was once thought impossible becomes effortless. And in that moment, it becomes clear it was never about waiting, it was never about earning, it was never about struggling to make it happen. It was always about believing, about trusting, about knowing that what is meant for you cannot be lost. And when the door opens, when the surprise unfolds, it will be understood that it was never a matter of luck or chance. It was never uncertain. It was always prepared, always waiting, always inevitable. The only question was whether you would believe before you saw. What has been set in motion cannot be undone. What is meant for you has always been yours, waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed. There are no missed opportunities, no wrong turns, no accidents. Only alignment, only preparation, only the unfolding of what has already been arranged. The door that opens will not be by chance, nor will it be small. It will be greater than imagined, beyond expectation, beyond human reasoning. There is no need to force, no need to struggle, no need to doubt. The way is already made. The only requirement is faith, absolute, unwavering, unshakable faith in the unseen. And when the moment arrives, when the surprise unfolds in ways beyond understanding, it will be clear it was always meant to be. Nothing was ever lost. Nothing was ever delayed. It was simply waiting for you to trust, to believe, to step forward as though it was already yours. And the moment you do, the door will open effortlessly, perfectly, undeniably.